Hey Libra, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money reading for September 2020. This is your first time catching one of my readings. I do invite you to subscribe. Excuse me, because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will be using my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And then, Libra, I will close out your reading with a magical message from the Fairies Oracle card. This is a really fun deck, and I felt really drawn to it for the readings this month. So, let me just get these ready. So that's how we'll close out your reading. I think that's it. Let's go ahead. Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into it, Libra. Now, I do want to apologize if you hear a little bit of background noise. I have my fan going. I live in Las Vegas, and we are dealing with an extreme heat warning. I think it's been like 110, 115 degrees. So I do have the fan going because it is hot. All right, let's get right into it, Libra. I already see a lot of interesting things going on for you as we move into the new month of September. What else do we need to know for the sign of Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? So you're working through some stuff. I can see that very clearly. Libra, you are working through some stuff. Now, this is going to be good because it's going to give you some clarity and some peace of mind as you kind of try to figure your money situation out. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to be bad or things are going to be truly like overwhelmingly good, but you're going to be in a really solid, stable place. And that's really comforting right now because so many people can't even say that. Now, it looks like you may have gone through a period of being discouraged, maybe even feeling like there were not a whole lot of options available to you, at least as it relates to work, business, maybe financial investments, things like that. And so you're just kind of plugging along. But at the same time, you're not feeling like, it's like you're not moving backwards, but you're not moving ahead either. Okay, but I really want to give you some encouragement and say that some changes are coming. Some good changes as it relates to your money, especially as it relates to your work. And I could say that by the Queen of Wands here. We also have some information coming through about money. Now, this is going to be something that really kind of forces you to reevaluate your situation, like I said. It's going to be probably something, an announcement, news, some type of information is going to come your way that's really going to make you think, oh my gosh, I need to get my you-know-what together. Not that it's going to be something that totally destroys you, but it's going to be like a little bit of a wake-up call. And that's what I'm seeing here with this Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, the only thing that, where I'm seeing you're going to have some challenges, I'm looking at this Devil card here. The Devil card is all about unhealthy attachments. It's all about sometimes repeating some self-destructive behavior. Sometimes it's about thought patterns that trap us in our own type of prison. It's also a card of that bondage energy. I see this card come up a lot when people are drowning in credit card debt or some other kind of debt like medical bills, student loans, things like that. Because those types of debts are very, very heavy, energetically heavy, and spiritually heavy, and it causes us to really feel like we are in bondage. Now, I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're kind of dealing with here. I mean, it kind of looks like it from what I'm gathering. That maybe you're trying to work through some debts. Maybe you are trying to manage your payments in some way, Libra. But I have to tell you that, you know, you're doing the best you can, and you have to give yourself credit for how far you've come. But like I said, you have some good change coming in the workplace. The Queen of Wands here, she's somewhat of a protector energy, kind of like that mother hen. So as it relates to your work and to your career, there's someone who really is looking out for you, someone who really has your best interests in mind. Now, it doesn't mean that this person is going to totally, you know, support you and, you know, pay all your bills, but there is someone who is trying to really make sure that you are in the best position possible. And this is very, very comforting. It's someone who is not trying to overwork you or overburden you, but there is someone in your workplace who really is concerned. And I think that person, you might already know who this is. If not, it's going to show up in some way. It could be a person, it could be like an official corporate letter or something of that nature, but you're definitely going to see some positive changes as it relates to your work and as it relates to your career. All right, so as we move into the first week of September, Libra, things are going to feel a little bit, I guess heavy would be the right word. But the thing is like, I have a feeling this has been something that's kind of been bubbling beneath the surface for a while. So I don't think this is going to surprise you. But the good thing is what I'm feeling already is that this is just kind of the process that you have to go through. The whole entire month is not going to be like this, okay? So if you can do your best to just kind of work through it and, you know, kind of prepare yourself as best you can, at least as it relates to financial stability, as it relates to work, as it relates to savings and all that type of thing, you're going to be in a really, really good place. Okay. Yep, I can already see the energy shifting just through that first card. What else do we need to know for the sign of Libra? As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020. Okay. All right, Libra. So like I said, once we hit that second week of September, you're already feeling better. Things are starting to, you know, kind of fall into place for you. And you're, excuse me, you're starting to feel like you're more in control. Probably to the degree that you're feeling a lot more confident to make some changes, as I see that coming through with this Page of Swords as well as the Knight of Swords. But let's start here with this Three of Cups. Three of Cups is the card about celebrating. It's also the card about closing a deal. You know, if you're in sales, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's about making that sale, you know, signing the contracts, you know, everything is finalized, and you are in a position to celebrate. This also kind of guarantees a little bit of what should I say? I don't know if income would be the right word, but maybe that applies here. The Three of Cups is a card about, you know, sealing the deal. It's about things are done. The next phase is to collect our payments, celebrate, and move on to the next project or to the next deal. So once we hit that second week of September, Libra, you're going to be in a much more, like I said, stable position, and you're going to feel a lot more. You're going to feel a lot more accomplished because of, you know, things you've been working on and things that are starting to really solidify for you. Now we have the Judgment card here in the reverse. Now the Judgment card in the reverse, I can look at this two ways. I can look at this where a decision is being made that doesn't necessarily benefit you, but you do come out stronger as a result of it. Or it could be the hesitation about a decision. It could be where, you know, you're not feeling really ready to make a move on something. You're not feeling ready to make a decision about something. But I'm feeling more like it's probably the first thing I mentioned, where, a decision probably will be made as it relates to your work and to your money. And, it's not something that you have any say over, but you do come out ahead as a result of it, because we have the Strength card here. And it strengthens you in more ways than one, because it's not only about getting really clear and getting really strong in your financial world. It's also about having the mentality, excuse me, to make a very calm and thoughtful decision. It's not about irrational behavior. It's not about reacting to what the news is telling us, but it's about really taking the time to have a very thoughtful, methodical plan of action, especially as it relates to your money. And this is someone who is in a very strong position, and I feel like you are going to be in a very strong position as we move towards the middle of September, Libra. Now, things are going to start happening quickly, because we have the Knight of Swords here and the Page of Swords. These two cards are cards of a very swift moving energy, meaning that once you make the decision, the ball starts rolling and you cannot stop it. You have to be ready, and you have to kind of just accommodate as best you can. You're going to have to kind of go with the energy. You're going to have to really move at the pace that things are happening, because you're not going to be able to slow things down once they start moving. Now, the other thing about this Page of Swords here in the reverse position, this is probably something that was supposed to happen, and then for some reason it doesn't. I'm feeling like this is, again, something related to your work, because it falls onto this Queen of Wands here. Remember, somebody's looking out for you. But we also have this Page of Swords, which this is kind of a false start. This is like, okay, the plan is to go, the plan is to move ahead, and then something happens like, oh, hold on. It's like a hurry up and wait. And this is going to give you some more time in some way. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to play out, again, because this is a general reading, but at the same time, at least you kind of have a gauge of what could kind of show up for you as we move into the end of the second week of September towards the third week. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going to happen, or at least how the energy is going to be moving once we hit the middle of September. Okay, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? Okay, for the month of September 2020. All right. It's interesting here with this, because I'm getting the sense that there's a lot of people involved. Now, we have a repeater card. We have the Devil. Remember, he showed up here. Is this still the issue that you're kind of working through? Are you dealing with some heavy debt, Libra? If it is, it's something that you're going to have to get a hold on. Like you've got to take care of this, okay? That you can't ignore it. Also, if this is a debt issue, it could, kind of feel like things are starting to close in, like you're starting to drown in the debt. Trust me, I've been there. I know that's not a fun feeling, but you can get out of it. You can figure something out somehow, some way. I know situations vary, and sometimes things seem impossible, but I have been there. I know exactly what you're feeling, and I'm here to tell you that I have somehow, by the miraculous energy of God, that I've gotten out of debt, and it's really life changing. And I don't know why I felt the need to talk about that. I guess because I see this card twice, and I feel like that's what this card is representing. It's representing a heavy debt, a heavy burden in some way. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of people showing up, and I say that because of these cards here. We have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. There's some people here, and it's interesting because this very clearly is coming out to me as family. But there's some people here who are trying to I feel like someone is trying to shift their responsibility onto you, Libra. You know, because you are starting to get, you know, financially stable, on your feet. If you're a business owner, you know, people have the impression that you're doing, you know, really, really well and you're super duper successful. And so there's someone here close to you who's trying to shift their responsibilities onto you. And I feel like it could even be more than one person. But I feel like this is really someone in your family. This is someone really close to you. And they think that, you know, oh, wow, you know, he or she is doing so well. You know, they have a business, or they have this great job, or they're making all this money. So they should be helping me out. They should be, you know, supporting my lifestyle. That's what I'm getting with this, which is really odd for anyone to say that. But you know, when people get desperate, they do crazy, ridiculous things. And because these two are in the reverse position, that's really what I'm getting. There's an emotional tie, and there's also a very mental, there's a mental manipulation involved here. And I see that very clearly with these cards. Now, how you respond to this, you're going to have to be very careful and really think it through, because it's one of those situations where you don't necessarily want to burn bridges, but at the same time, you're not going to, you know, drown your boat to save someone else's. Like, that's not what this is about. It's not about sacrificing our wellness and our lifestyle for someone else's. So just get ready for that, and excuse me, be very, very guarded, I think is the right word, Libra. Be very, very guarded about yourself and your money and your space, your home, because someone here is playing like a, it's like they're trying to lay a guilt trip. They're trying to, like I said, do like some type of mental manipulation, because they feel like you're doing so well, and so you need to help them. Obviously, you know, whether you do or you don't, it's none of, you know, it's not your obligation, you know. But at the same time, it's weird how people will assume that. Next, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Now, these are two really good cards here, because this talks about, okay, look, you're busy, you've got work, you know, coming. You know, your job may not be the most exciting thing on the planet, but hey, you know, you're paying the bills, you've got, you know, a little bit of money saved up, you know, you can live comfortably, you know, you're paying off your debt, whatever the case is, you know, but it's not exactly the most fulfilling work, but hey, you can't complain. Now, the thing about the Nine of Pentacles is this is the card about really enjoying the fruits of your labor. However, because she is in the reverse, I can't help but think it's connected to this here. And it's almost like maybe you're feeling a little guilty because you are doing well, Libra. You know, maybe this person or these people are saying, you know, wow, you know, you're doing so well, you know, you should be helping me. It's one of those types of, you know, things where people have these expectations. I don't know, you know, I think once we hit the second half of September, Libra, you're going to be able to have a much more, you know, better, stronger perspective on this. And you will be able to see the situation for what it is. I don't see you like falling for this nonsense here. But it's interesting how people will really pull out all the stops because they feel like, you know, you should be doing something. That type of attitude is It's very annoying. I'll say that. You know, I've dealt with that in my life, so I know. But I'm feeling like this is kind of a heads up. This is kind of giving you a little bit of insight as to where someone could be coming from. All right, but let's see what else shows up for you, Libra. Okay. What else do we need to know for the sign of Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September 2020? All right, so we've got some more repeaters here. Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Interesting that they both showed in the upright and these both showed in the reverse. Okay, so I can tell you as we close out September, Libra, things are really going to start moving for you. You know, things are going to start happening in a really good way, and they're going to happen fast. These are the two cards of speed right here. The other thing about the Chariot card is that it's stuff happening simultaneously. So you're going to have maybe one project pop up, something else pop up, and like, oh, look, there's another opportunity to make money here. This is really exciting. Things are going to happen quickly, so you're going to have to make sure you have the energy to keep up, because the opportunities are going to start showing up for you in a very big way. Now, we also have the High Priestess here. Now, the High Priestess in the upright position, she is the card of intuition. She also is the card of feminine, you know, I guess I could say feminine, divine goddess energy. But she's also the card that really talks about trusting yourself and using your own inner guidance to kind of propel you forward. And I feel like you're going to be really, really in tune with that as we move towards the end of September. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out about this Chariot card is that, excuse me, once things start happening, it looks like you're going to have, you know, maybe some extra money coming in to attack this debt, because this fell onto here. So I know there's a connection there. But remember, I told you there's going to be a lot of opportunities. Things are going to start showing up. I keep getting like sales, like people want to buy something from you. Either you're going to be selling, you know, furniture or stuff on Craigslist or something like that. Or if you are literally in sales, like you're going to get sales. You know, there's going to be an opportunity to maybe throw a big chunk of money at debt, if that's what this is all about for you. Okay, next we have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Remember, we saw him here. I have a feeling like this could still be something related here, but it's almost like whatever happens here with this card, like how we talked about, I feel like part of it is probably still going to show up probably towards the end of the month of September. It's like a conclusion of the earlier message that we got here. I also am really feeling too like there's also a connection with this here, where someone, remember I mentioned that someone, you know, is trying to kind of do some mental manipulation here. You straight out tell them no, you know, and that's very, very good. But at the same time, you are going to be generous and helping in some way. Now, maybe they ask for, say, $100, you give them 20. You know, maybe they ask, oh, can we move in? You say, no, you can't move in, but you can stay for a month. It's one of those things where you kind of negotiate the deal. It's like you see what they're trying to do. You want to help, you know, because you're not a mean person. But at the same time, you're not going to overextend yourself or allow someone to take advantage of your niceness. That's what I see here, which is really, really good, because that means you're still in control. You don't allow yourself to be manipulated, and you really get, you know, clear about, you know, your life and what you're trying to do and, you know, your money. So overall, you have a lot going on in September, Libra. I hope you get ready for it, because I see that you're going to be kind of working through some things. You're going to be learning some things about yourself as well as about other people. And, you're really going to be tapping into that intuition, and that's really going to take you far. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a magical messages from the fairies oracle card. Oh, nice. Okay, this says everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. Everything's okay, Libra. Everything is okay. And sometimes that's all we need to hear, is that everything is okay. Does that mean everything's perfect? No. But it does mean that we're going to get through it. Somehow, some way, we're going to come out better as a result. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Libra. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, drop them down below. I love reading all of your comments and messages. All right, Libra, thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it again very soon.